So Ayesha Curry been going on a lot of podcasts lately talking about her relationship and just things before, I guess, fame with Curry. She didn't want to get married. She didn't want to have kids. And she's just kind of speaking about, I guess, individuality. I don't know if the purpose is to basically tell women that know who you are before being in a relationship with someone that is famous or what. Because a part of me is like, she can never live a regular life, which is a blessing. But it also cannot be a blessing. If you can't go out and be out freely because not because of your fame, but because of your husband's fame, and you have to be isolated and everything you have to do has to be like if she just was like, I want to go to Cedar Point today or Six Flags, I'm sure she has to shut the whole thing down. Understand? You understand? But I think she need to go talk to other basketball wives. And that's what I thought the show Basketball Wives was going to be about. Just other women being able to say, look, I'm in the foreshadows of my husband who is a famous player. She need to go talk to like LeBron James's wife, and etc. to just see how to navigate her individuality and her own purpose without sounding like she is not grateful. Well, I think in my mind, I'm not taking that she's not grateful, but to a lot of people, it's like, girl, you need to shut up. I'm a single mom, and girl, you need to. And it's like, it's not saying that anyone's life is better. She's just speaking her honest truth. But I think she need to get up off these podcasts, go talk to a therapist. Um, or if she is gonna be doing it, she needs to just say she's basically saying all of this so women and girls can make sure they're not in a relationship where they feel like they can't have their own individuality, their own life outside of it. She met Curry. Did she not? Did she know she was gonna be like with some famous basketball player? Because from watching his documentary, he wasn't the best player in college. Let's just be 100% real. And then all of a sudden, he started really taking it really serious. Working with his dad and his mom, and they really perfected you know, him into who he is now. He's really considered an underdog. But I don't think she thought, like, wow, I'm with this guy I met in college and we're going to get married. And I mean, I feel like any woman that falls in love, like, when I fell in love with my husband, I had no idea, like, that I knew I wanted to be with him, but I didn't know what it would look like. Do that make sense? So I don't think she really knew what it looked like until she was living and being in it. But she need to get up off these podcasts because it can look really bad. And I feel like she may be just giving awareness to women. I know you want to get married. I know you want to have kids. Or if you don't, it's okay. But you need to have individuality. But I just feel like it's coming across wrong in a way. And then especially to the women who are single and to the men who are looking at her like, girl, bye. You would it just look bad. She need to go to a platform that serves the purpose of what she's trying to say and have clarity in it. I ain't gonna bash what she's saying because I don't know how she's feeling. But as most people, most marriages, that's the thing people don't want to talk about. Somebody has to sacrifice, especially when kids are involved, as far as goals in a way. I'm not saying that both people in a relationship can't thrive and set their goals and do their goals, because you can. But usually, I'm not trying to be mean or nothing, but moms are more of the sacrificial, lamb that kind of, she's the one that kind of got to maneuver around the chaos surrounding her. And that's for most women. I'm not I'm not gonna say men. Because I don't know what it feels like to be a man, but I do know that when you are married, sometimes your dreams can be sacrificed, but you may want to sacrifice it for the greater good of your family. But that does not mean that you do not still want to achieve certain things and you feel like your purpose is not being fulfilled. We still want to, the person that sacrificed still want to fulfill their purpose. But does a level of resentment sometimes go to the person that is more successful? Sometimes. That's married. That's why when I say when people want to get married, marriage is work. It's not just, oh, we just wake up every day and we decide we want to eat and da-da. It's really work. It really is. Marriage is work. And some people sacrifice for the greater good of the family, and some don't. And I think she sacrificed a good part of her life, and now she's to a point where she's just like, I don't want to just be known, and I don't feel like this is my purpose. And this is why I say she needs to go therapy, because this may be your purpose. Like my best friend told me, because I was trying to get my, I'm like always trying to elevate my business. And I'm like, I just don't want to just be taking kids. I feel like that's just taking care of kids. I feel like that's a lot of what I do. And she said, maybe that's your purpose. And I was just like, and then she was like, what do you want to be remembered as? You know, do you want to be known as the worker bee always trying to run all these businesses? Or do you want to be like the loving wife, the loving mother? Or do you want to be both, but one is at a higher scale, one is at a lower scale? And I was just like, I just need to be okay with my purpose. And I think that's what Ayesha Curry is battling with, being okay with what her purpose is, even though she may not have been the one to like she probably feel like I didn't choose this, but it's like, but you did, because you chose him. And you just need to just find you some hobbies, Bookie, travel, you know what I'm saying? Like, get you some friends that you can relate to. And I'm sure that's even hard for her. Are you a friend that's trying to be closer to my husband? Or are you a friend that's really my friend? Like a girl's girl. And that's really hard to find. But she needs to just go find her circle, find her people. And I think things will work out for her. But being on these podcasts, it really looks and sounds terrible. I mean, it just does. But I know her sacrificing for his professional, just being everything for him, probably, it could be a lot when you feel like your purpose is more. God is calling you for something else. And I think that's where I think people are wrong for just putting her down because they love him so much. It's like, that is basically what she's saying. People will kick me down for him, and I have I have a purpose, and I'm a person too. And why I don't have sympathy for me. But there's normally no sympathy for married women. That's a whole nother story. We ain't supposed to ask for help when we're married. We ain't supposed to ask for help at all. We're supposed to know everything. I know you're not asking for help and you got a husband.